Hey y'all, it's Alice. I am here for a reading. I have not done a reading for y'all in a little while, and I was feeling called to drop in and kind of get into a collective reading. I read in a creative, intuitive style. I'm a psychic medium, starseed, oracle, a lot of little labels like that, which are all very lovely. But basically, I'm an intuitive person, connected with the field. So we are going to channel some energies today and see what is going on in the collective. My readings tend to hang into divine feminine energy, so we will see, but I think that's probably what we are reading on today, is the energy of the divine feminine. So we will just get started and see what comes out. We get a message of the highest light for the divine feminine, please. A message of the highest light for the divine feminine. How can we best direct ourselves onto our highest timelines? Oop. Knight of Wands. Let's see. Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands coming out. This is a very passionate person moving in. The Knight of Wands is a sexual force of energy, a creative, the creative force of the universe is coming forward in the Knight of Wands, charging in. So I said that this can be a very sexual energy. It can be very passionate, new ideas, new projects, just new energies that are pushing you forward, that might feel driven by a certain, like I said, passion or instinct or something like that. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So there is something where you're not owning your own manifestation power. The Queen of Wands is a manifester. She is she is passionate, she is fiery. This is the queen of the same suit as our Knight of Wands, so she exhibits a lot of the same characteristics, being the feminine of the fire suit of Wands. So here in the reverse, the divine feminine is maybe coming out as feeling a little blocked in their manifestations. So feeling a little blocked. There's been something that's been keeping you in this sort of state of despair or kind of consternation, possibly sleepless nights is often what we say for the Knight of Swords. And we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse here, which is, I think we're also seeing, like, it's like you've had creative blocks, you've had blocks moving forward, you've had trouble really settling into your ability to access the energy from the divine and express it in our reality. We're seeing heartbreak, betrayal, and moving on from rough waters to calmer waters. It might be traumas that you are trying to move on from. The divine feminine here, moving on from traumas of attachment, injuries to our quantum entanglement that we receive from different types of abuse, traumatic events, things like that can injure and kind of scar our quantum entanglement, the way in which we imprint into the quantum field. We have, like I said, we have the Three of Swords coming out. So this is kind of this atmosphere of sort of, I'm not sure if that's going to work, Clarissa. I don't think that's going to work. I know, I love you. I know you. Meow, I know. Here, sit right there. So we have this sort of backdrop of some kind of heartbreak, and that it could be that that's what's been creating this block here. We do see it, you know, I'm going to reiterate, we do see it kind of, there's going to be a break in the energy, some kind of, you know, the Knight of Wands heads out our reading, and he bears like a new passionate move forward. So to the extent that you've been in a block and haven't been seeing your manifestations coming in real life, and you might have been in a lower state of consciousness where you're maybe in the fear states or shame or anger, places where you haven't let go of or forgiven people and events in the past, things that you haven't been able to let go, but all that stuff kind of has been clogging up your ability to manifest, really. Clogging up your ability to move forward and your ability to embrace and create opportunities for new horizons that open. We're talking about like type of creative energy that's going to burn a pathway to your higher timelines. And this is something that you're moving on from, but this heartbreak, this kind of is going to be part of your mission going forward. This sort of the trauma being a defining part of who you are going forward. I'm seeing there's a King of Pentacles here in the reverse, and that could be a lot to do with who this trauma is about. The King of Pentacles is someone who, and when he's in the reverse, this is someone who's materialistic, who is could be like penny pinching, somebody sort of like that. The King of Pentacles, when he's in the upright, he's wise and warm and somebody that you would love to get counsel from, but in the reverse, he's more self-interested, self-involved, not very circumspect. So there could be somebody who fits this description that you are trying to move on from, somebody in the past. This could be, it could be a lover, but it also could be something like a father figure. But here, heartbreak really seems like yeah, okay, so we have the Star in reverse. So whatever this was something that you really thought was a dream come true. You thought it was going to be a dream come true, but it really turned out to be more of a nightmare, in fact. So it's kind of making sense as to why you would have been coming out with this Nine of Swords energy, this very tragic kind of state. This is really something that destroyed your early kind of, or, you know, it really played on your innermost fears, and kind of dashed and preyed upon your innermost hopes and dreams. The Star in reverse, this could be, you know, you being the Queen of Wands, and in the reverse, it could be too that you've had so many, this energy really has taken away your ability to dream, and it, not necessarily that you have to have a vision of what you want going forward, but that you kind of actively engage in your life as if it were a dream and follow your intuition and let it guide you. Dreams are created from our intuition and kind of this subconscious energy that just kind of is in flow and just creates instantaneously. And so that's really like, you need to get back in touch with that part of you, which means like moving on from grief, moving on from like grief, actually doing a grieving process, not getting bogged down in fears of loss, of being ostracized. But grieving through this this energy, something that really took away your sense of security and sort of that basic inner sense of home, you know, whatever it's the opposite of feeling homesick. Maybe we'd describe that as home. It's like that was preyed upon for you, such that it becomes inaccessible. It's sort of something that we carry around with us, right? Like, it's interesting, the scenarios that you can find yourself homesick, even, you know, among people that are your family or closest friends. We have the Two of Cups coming out. So there is something new on the horizon. This is a new coming together of kind of bringing together two hearts, a meeting of some kind. So this could be kind of some kind of encounter, or you're going to see somebody. You're gonna like see them, and there's going to be eye contact, and there's going to be some kind of spark. You're going to have some kind of a meeting. It's a really refreshing energy, though. Hang on a second. It's a really refreshing kind of energy after all of this heavy stuff. I mean, we've got really heavy energy here. And so there's something that's maybe like going to be either feel like an easy instant connection, or it's going to be simple and kind of baby steps moving forward that are going to feel really manageable and safe when this comes in. But it really requires going through this grieving process and really embracing that part of you that is home. We have the Fool and we have the Devil in reverse. With the Two of Cups here and the Fool coming out, we really see it's like the Six of Swords is almost like there are people who are supporting you to help you get from rough waters to calmer waters. But the Fool is somebody who's set out by himself. He's totally independent. So even though you might like meet somebody who reminds you of your truth, there is this element of that kind of spinning you off into this journey of self-discovery and really learning to live in the ebb and flow of the universe and the energies, working with the energies as they come in. It's a puppy. And we have the devil in reverse, though. So the Devil in reverse, it's like this, I think this is like the type of, so the Fool is often seen as like a leap of faith. There's some kind of leap of faith happening. You sort of hit this point of just complete okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to move forward. I'm just going to enact this plan. But where all the elements align and you just make this completely, carve this completely new direction in your path, take a new direction. The devil in reverse is like that. When the devil is in reverse, this is kind of letting you know that whatever it is that you fear about this is not as whatever it is that the devil is about is not as bad as it seems. So it's like I'm seeing here that it's like there's fear about this sort of throwing caution to the wind, but you're gonna find that you have a safety net pretty quickly. Yeah, I think it's like these fears are around scarcity. And there's a King of Swords in reverse here. So there's somebody, I don't know if it's the King of Pentacles in reverse who turns into like the King of Swords, but the King of Swords is very cruel, calculated, cutthroat, very self-interested. So there's somebody here who sort of intimidates you or brings up like these kinds of like preys on your fears, preys on your weaknesses. More about this message. I think, you know, with the devil, with the King of Pentacles coming out in reverse and the King of Swords, there's this certain kind of movement of like the King of Pentacles becoming sort of this controlling and maybe using material wealth or finances to control and hold power. We have the Three of Cups and the Three of Wands here. The Three of Cups is like really, it's like you're gonna have people who are gonna support you in this. The Three of Cups is very much about friendship and kind of gathering together, coming together to enjoy life, parallel play with others. So there might be other people who you find who are also in similar places in their spiritual paths, who you sort of all of a sudden have this lighthearted connection with. You're going to realize that you're not by yourself. We have the Three of Wands. It's like, so this is going to enable you to be able to to vision new timelines for yourself. Kind of enables you to stand at the edge of this cliff and gaze into the beyond and really kind of manifest and visualize what how to move forward, where to move forward. but in particular, sort of this tripod of stable energy here, giving you this ability to move forward from this person. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this was the Seven of Wands in the reverse is this feeling of being overwhelmed, that there are many demands upon you, and it feels like you have to really tackle a lot of things to be able to think about kind of the next steps on your path. Eight of Cups. Just like relationships and people that you have a hard time letting go. Let me do this really quick. We have the Eight of Cups here in the reverse. The Eight of Cups is about moving on from things and people, relationships that might not really be altogether negative, but they are things that you realize that you need to leave behind in order to continue progressing on your path. Things that you necessarily have to let go of, and this could be hard for you. This might be kind of part of the trouble, is sort of letting go of these relationships or parts of your life that that really make you feel like you can't take on the world, particularly people who kind of make you feel like you can't, make you feel powerless, like a King of Swords in reverse, people who make you feel powerless. Four of Cups in the reverse. So you might be stuck in this a little bit. This is the Four of Cups in the reverse, is like that there were signs coming in that you weren't recognizing. Signs coming in that you weren't recognizing. Communication from the universe that was coming in, but that you maybe kind of refused to see. More so, like it's been like hard truths to accept. Like emotionally very difficult to grapple with these truths and about your inner circle and your just what you need to leave behind in order to move forward. And then we have the Two of Wands, so that is in the reverse. So it's this is a hang up. It's like refusing to see these opportunities is going to clog up your ability to move forward. The Two of Wands is he's holding this globe and looking out at the horizon and planning his next move, planning his next steps, and it's like, in order to make these plans, you really need to be watching for signs and paying attention and tuning into the clues that you are receiving from the universe. The universe is always leaving you clues as to what your next step is, at every intersection of your life. Every step that you take, you're being guided constantly. So really, it's about like tuning into that guidance. We had, at the beginning of the reading, the card, our kind of title card here was the Knight of Wands. So there's ultimately going to be a shift in this energy, and it's going to come from something that lights you up, lights up your passion. Something that all of a sudden you kind of can't control. This energy, it's like the self-propelling energy moving forward, around probably like one of your passions, or it could be a person coming in, somebody who's passionate for you. Could be this person who you're gonna meet or who you met in the past. This could be a person you met and then separated from. That would be like the Fool, kind of had to separate from, but it's like that separation was not as bad as you think. It was for a reason. We have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. The Nine of Wands in the reverse is somebody who's defensive about boundaries, about their manifestations. It's like you cling too much to the stuff that you're bringing in. You need to kind of be in more of a flow with the universe and let things go in and out, rather than just feeling like you have to cling to everything that you manifested. You need to kind of trust in the universe to bring things back to you that you will want later, and just be in more of a flow, instead of having these energetic boundaries with the universe. We have the Page of Pentacles coming out. The Page of Pentacles is some new shift in your finances, some kind of shift in your wealth. It could be a job prospect, some kind of new venture that you some kind of new venture that is like an opportunity that's coming in. So you're gonna have to really look out for this Page of Pentacles. It's gonna be some kind of specific opportunity when it comes to something to do with your vocation or your career, your path moving forward. Could be some kind of monetary investment of some sort. We have the Three of Pentacles coming out. Yeah, whatever this is, it's going to be for you to work on by yourself. It's not going to be about, you're going to need to make sure that other people aren't horning in on your whatever it is that you're meant to bring to the collective. You need to make sure that you don't need to have other people kind of involved, or have other people's oversight, and whatever this is, kind of be okay to follow your own opportunity, and let it be okay for other people maybe not to understand what you're doing, or understand why you're kind of moving through your life in the ways that you are, why you make different choices, especially in regards to like your job or finances. And people don't need to understand. You don't need people to understand your choices. In order for them to be valid. Yeah. That might be where we end the reading. You know, this is this classic story of like how we awaken spiritually and move into a place of manifestation, of working with the universe to co-create your reality. But you're at this intersection where there's some kind of passion that's going to propel you forward. And it could be somebody coming in for you. It could be a romantic interest. But whoever this is or whatever this is, it is a passion, and this is going to come to you as you've been sort of in this state of being a Queen of Wands in reverse. So your manifestations have been blocked because of all this trauma. It could be somebody that you already met before and broke up from, or kind of saw, or something like that. But it's like, yeah, there's a sense of, you know, overcoming these fears here that we were talking about, with, especially with regard to kind of somebody who is like controlling with money, or controlling over your life, different things like that. But it's going to take, there's going to be some kind of celebration as you move on from this person. People are going to rally around you and want to celebrate. Don't feel overwhelmed by the little things that are coming up. This is like, get in touch with your personal power and know when you need to let things go, like extra baggage, things like that kind of drag you down, things that you don't need to be thinking about anymore, that are still in your sphere of consciousness, your sphere of awareness, things that you can pare away. Especially different emotional connections, being able to put closure to different things from the past, because it's like you're sort of refusing to see the signs that you need to move away from these social influences and people. But there is going to be something that comes in that's like an independent idea, something that comes like an opportunity or an idea, something to do with your mission here on Earth. And this is not a collaborative mission. This is really you with you. So there could be that there is a kind of concurrent plot line of a love interest, and along with a soul mission that often accompanies you have a spiritual awakening, and the soulmate comes in along with it, or spurs a spiritual awakening. So don't be, I think just kind of look for those driving passions within you and follow your impulses, follow your intuition. And that's ubiquitous advice. And that's what you're being given here too, is just really, really tune in to your intuition to be able to merge with your own highest timelines, where this, if you are interested in a soulmate, you want to manifest your highest timeline to have these types of people coming in, like whether it's a Knight of Wands or actually, but right now it's like you've been so blocked that your manifestations you've been manifesting like King of Pentacles in reverse, King of Swords in reverse, like people who are miserly or controlling or mean, but it's like those people, being around those people has really wounded your consciousness, or it did, at least it did. But coming into harmony with yourself, making friends with your inner child. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna end it there. And I will, yeah, hit like if you feel like it, and I will see y'all later. Thanks.